I love that album so much that for me it was difficult to even make this video, Mark. To not put it number one, but I can't deny. Ever since I first heard, I have listened to this album at least 30 times. Hello and welcome to another episode of Music and Words Unite. I am your co-host Troy, and with me I have my friend and co-host Mark. How you doing, Mark?
Yo.
And today we are excited to talk about ABBA again, because you can never get enough of ABBA. And Mark, today is going to be a fun little short video where, we've been listening to ABBA now since May, I think, was our first episode, which is The Visitors. So what is it? It's the end of July, so it's almost August, right? So we've been listening to ABBA for May, June, so basically about 3 months now. And I got to be honest with you, Mark, I have listened to these ABBA records so many times, not only because I've listened to them a bunch of times, but I've got my wife to listen to them, so I listen to it with her. And then my daughter loves them, so I hear them literally every day from my daughter playing them. So I'm very familiar with these records at this point. And sometimes, Mark, when you first listen to something, or even the first week, and then you've heard it for months, your opinion changes, right? Does that ever happen to you about things?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, even if from where they were like a week ago, my opinions have changed.
There you go. So we figured, why not? We're 4 albums into the discography, right? Why not stop here and say, what do we think about the albums now after we've had a few months to listen to them? It's just a short little fun episode. Spoiler, we like all the records. So, but there's got to be one favorite. There's got to be like a top favorite of something. So that's what we're going to get to. And Mark and I are going to slowly reveal which one is our favorite by the end. All right. So Mark, I'm going to go first, and I'm going to start at, this was very difficult for me. The ranking this 1 through 4, for me, out of the 4 we listened to, for me, 4 and 3, which I'm not going to reveal what 3 is yet, are basically tied. I know that's cheating, but
I already know what they are, so just say that. Because they're probably going to be the same as mine.
Well, my number 4 is pretty much tied with number 3. It was very difficult for me, but my number 4, Mark, is Voulez-Vous.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk about my absolute favorite songs on this record, which are, well, Voulez-Vous is one of my favorites, actually. Mm-hmm. Angel Eyes, for example. Does Your Mother Know is great. But my absolute, Chiquitita, but my absolute favorite song is If It Wasn't for the Night.
If it wasn't for the night. Yeah, I know.
Okay. In fact, Mark, I own 2 copies of this record, one for myself and one for my daughter, right? But I wanted the absolute best version of this record, especially for If It Wasn't for the Night. So I found the Abbey Road half-speed remaster, and I got that on the way. So that's how much I love that. So I love this record, by the way. But if I have to rank it, I don't rank it as high as my favorites. So I'd give this record, like, I swear to God, this is like a 9 out of 10 for me.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If you included the bonus tracks, would it move up?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably, yeah. Probably. Okay. Now, I haven't heard all the bonus tracks. I've heard Gimme, 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 and that makes the album a 9.5.
Oh, you never heard Summer Night City either?
No.
Oh. Nope.
So I'm saving that one, Mark. I'm saving it. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, Mark, what about you? What's your number 4?
So, given what you said now, I think we're pretty much in the same boat, albeit maybe a little bit different.
Okay.
But, my number 4 is ABBA the album.
Okay. All right. Tell me about it.
And again, like, none of these albums we dislike. I actually extremely enjoy this album a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The song Eagle is actually one of my favorite ABBA songs. It's in my top 5 of ones that I've listened to so far.
Yeah.
The Name of the Game is a great track.
Mm-hmm.
Own Your Soul's good. I'm a Marionette.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a lot of great tracks on it. The only reason I put Voulez-Vous above it is because, honestly, this is like kind of a stupid reason, but I think it's valid.
Okay.
The songs on Voulez-Vous have been stuck in my head more than the songs on the album.
Fair enough.
Like the song Voulez-Vous has been stuck in my head for like 2 months straight. I was in the shower the other day and I was just going, Voulez-Vous. I was like literally just doing it to myself. I was like, what is
Yeah,
going on, man? These like they have like mind control with these songs.
they do. They do. They have special
Um,
powers. Yeah.
yeah, but like it's a great album. Like
Oh
ABBA
yeah.
album is like from front to back. I mean, any one of these songs like is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
But like I said, Eagle, that's like it's so good. It starts the album off. Like the bookends tracks on this album are just phenomenal. Like
Oh yeah.
you made a whole video on I'm a Marionette.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and like we watched the live rendition of Hole in Your Soul. Um, it's really good, man. Like I would give this album maybe a 9.5 out of 10,
Okay. All right.
9.2 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay. You're talking
Yeah,
about ABBA the album. Okay. Yeah.
out of the
Gotcha.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, Mark, that leads me to my number 3, which is ABBA the album, which I would
Mhm.
also give a 9.2 out of 10. Okay. So yeah, 9.2 out of 10 on an album ranking. And to be honest with you, Mark, it's not on the ABBA scale. It's just how good I think the record is, just period.
Yeah,
Because in order for you to have the favorite, that one has to be the 10, is what I'm saying.
sure.
So, yeah. So, folks, what we're saying is we haven't ranked a single album, ABBA album, less than a 9 yet that we've heard out of 10. That's how much we like it. So, for me, my favorite ones on this one, Mark, are Eagle, as you mentioned. My absolute favorites. Because, to be honest with you, there hasn't been, and I don't know if you feel the same way, but for me, I've become a big ABBA fan over the last few months, and there hasn't been a single song I disliked. I mean, obviously, some songs I like more, but every song I can listen to, I wouldn't skip. I like every song. So, Mark, but my all-time favorite ones for this album are Eagle, the Move On, Hole in Your Soul, and the whole Girl with the Golden Hair musical, which is Thank You for the Music. Thank You for the Music. I think that song is just incredible. I
Hmm.
Wonder is good, and then I'm a Marionette. I literally made a whole video about.
Yep.
So that lets you know. Now that's not even including the biggest songs on this record, which are "Take a Chance on Me" and "Name of the Game."
Yep.
Now, Take a Chance on Me is one when I first heard it, I was like, oh, it's, it wasn't my favorite on the record, but the more I listened to that one, the more I really started to appreciate it, especially this
Sure.
past week. And what got me there is the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is so good on that song that it really started to make me love that song. And One Man, One Woman, that was a ballad that I really love, and I kind of sing it all the time. It's always in my head. It's one of the songs that stuck in my head. The piano
Hmm.
part after the great song. So this is a great album. I give it like a 9.2 out of 10 on the album scale, Mark.
Yep. 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 Yep.
What's your number 3?
No, as no surprise here. My number 3 is Voulez-Vous.
Okay, all right.
Um, so as I was saying earlier, just like I'm not gonna say the tracks hit harder on this album. I'm just saying they were more memorable to me. You know,
Yeah,
they got stuck in my head more than the album.
yeah.
I only really like this one maybe a little tiny bit more than the album.
Okay.
Like the song Voulez-Vous, it's been stuck in my head for like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Angel Eyes is a great track. Does Your Mother Know? I mean, if it wasn't for the Nights, I know at the time I
Mm-hmm.
didn't rank it as highly when we did the album review, but it certainly has gone up a lot.
Okay,
Um,
good. That's good to know. Yeah.
yeah,
Love
because I
that
listened to
song.
this album again recently, like
Hmm.
last week or so, and
Okay.
so good, man. And this is like the crazy thing too is like this is like their disco album, so it's not like I feel like a lot of the stuff on here they were trying new maybe,
Hmm.
but it just worked so well. Like Chiquitito, like a huge track in Spanish speaking countries.
Hmm.
Um,
Beautiful.
and like honestly, if I included like the bonus tracks, this might have moved up.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know though. I'm not sure though. I'd have to like rethink it. And
Okay.
obviously, when we're done doing all the albums, we got to do like a full tier list, and that's going to be really hard, like really hard. Um,
Yeah.
so
Right. Yeah.
yeah, so I don't know. This album just hit more for me. Like it's a little bit more than the album did for me.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, Mark. So why don't we move on? I'll go next, and I'm going to give my number 2. Now, this is going to be because you already know there's only 2 more left, right? There's Super Trooper and there's The Visitors, right? And now I actually don't know if you know what I'm going to pick now. So I'm
I
excited
think
for
I
this
know.
one. Really?
I think
Okay.
I know.
All right, Mark. Well, my number 2 album, my number 2 favorite ABBA album is The Visitors. All right.
Oh,
Okay. So,
okay.
yeah, this used to be my number one album, Mark. And I give this album a 9.8 out of 10 for me. And, on the scale, compared to the number one, which we'll get to in a little bit. But for me, this is just an amazing, incredible album, front to back. I mean, no skips on this one for me at all. By the way, there isn't any skips on any of these records, so I shouldn't even say that. But yeah, my favorites are the whole list. So The Visitors, Head Over Heels, When All is Said and Done, Soldiers. I mean, one of us is just killer. I've been listening to that song a lot recently. Two for the Price of One. I would say maybe that song is good, but that is a good, fun song. But comparing it to some of the other ones on this record, I don't think it's as great. And because of that, it can't be a 10 out of 10 compared to Super Trooper, which we'll talk about when I go next. But the point is, which spoiler, I think Super Trooper is a 10 out of 10. So yeah, but Slipping Through My Fingers is a song that I literally, Mark, cannot listen to unless I am prepared to literally
Cry.
potentially cry. Yeah. And I'm like, do I really want to go through this right now? This is one of the best ABBA songs ever made, though, in my opinion, Slipping Through My Fingers. And also, Like an Angel Passing Through My Room, the ending of this record is so incredible that, like, literally, it might only be Two for the Price of One that keeps this from being a 10 out of 10. It gets a 9.8 out of 10. And I really like Two for the Price of One. I think it's a really, really fun song. So just want to state that. Mark, what about you? What's your number two?
Oh, you want my number two, do you?
Yes.
Okay, my number two is Super
Oh,
Trooper.
wow. Okay. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So I
Yeah.
mean, these albums are so close. These last two are so close.
Yeah.
Like it would basically be like, oh, this is like a 9.8 and this is like a 9.9 or a 10.
Right.
Like
Right. Right.
they're so close to each other that like next week they could change. Honestly, next week my entire list could change. Um, that being said, though, I like the every song in this album is just phenomenal, and also the bonus tracks are phenomenal too. But I know we're not counting those. But um, like I'm looking at this track listing and I'm literally just like, what is the weakest song on this album? I don't even know. Is there a weak song on this album?
There's no
I,
weak songs. No, no weak
there's
songs at
definitely
all.
no
Yeah.
weak songs. I
Hmm.
mean, maybe my least favorite, and that's saying something, is I don't even know, man. Happy New Year? I I don't even know if I could pick. Like Super Trooper, incredible. Winner Takes All, obviously incredible. One of the best songs.
Right.
On and on and on,
Right.
incredible.
Right.
Andante, Andante. All right, it's really, really good. I don't know if it's incredible, but it's really,
To
really
me,
good.
it's incredible. I'll talk
Okay,
about it when I do
okay.
my review.
Me
Yeah.
and I, incredible.
Okay.
Happy New
Okay.
Year, really, really good. Our Last Summer, incredible. The Piper, incredible.
Hmm.
Lay All Your Love on Me, maybe my favorite ABBA song of all time. And we haven't even listened to all the albums yet. I mean, it's like so good all the way through. Like I would never skip any track on this album ever. And I
Yeah.
know we're talking about the way old friends do too, even though
Yeah.
it's live, but it's technically part of the album.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, man. I mean, like next week, this could be number one. It really could.
Could
Like
be.
if we made another album next week, I'd be like, oh, like number one, Super Trooper, you know. But like,
Yeah.
it might just be a mood thing. It might just be when I'm
Sure.
listening to it.
Sure.
But as of right now, it's an extremely, extremely close number two.
Fair enough, Mark. Well, that gets me to my number one record, which is, spoiler, surprise,
Mm.
Super Trooper. I'm going to tell you why, Mark. It's because, for me, it's very close. 9.8, 9.9 versus a 10, right? Visitors versus Super Trooper. Visitors, I love that album so much that for me it was difficult to even make this video, Mark, to not put it number one. But I can't deny, ever since I first heard Super Trooper, this album, I have listened to this album at least 30 times, probably. I can't say that about the Visitors. I don't think I listened to it that many times, the whole album. And also, I'm just going down the list of every song, and I'm like, every song is just a masterpiece of its own style, of its own songwriting and
Mm.
performance, front to back. So, like I know Andante for me, Andante is it like a ballad, total masterpiece ballad. Happy New Year. It's just so freaking good. The Piper, that's the song that really grew me.
Yeah.
The first time I heard it, I was like, oh, it's a cool, kind of quirky song. I understood what it was talking about. But the more I listened to it, the more I'm like, oh man, this song is just awesome. It's great, right? So, as you said, Lay All Your Love on Me, the way, for me, it's a 10 out of 10. It's the equivalent to me of my favorite album of all time, Images and Words by Dream Theater, which we talked about, Scenes from a Memory. To me, those are 10 out of 10 albums for me personally. And there's other 10 out of 10 albums, I think, too, like Purple Rain is a 10 out of 10. There's some other
I have a
ones,
lot of
but
10 out of 10s.
yeah,
More than I should,
yeah.
honestly, but
And this one is a 10 out of 10 for me. So there you go, folks. I never thought, and then we're going to let Mark go next. I never thought before doing this channel that I would have an ABBA album and I would say it in the same sentence as my all-time favorite records of all time. But it is a 10 out of 10. I can't deny it. It is like a perfect record. So, Mark, what's your number one?
oh, I don't know. What is it? It might be The Visitors. Hello. Like I said before, it's so close. Like I could pick either of these albums to be number one. The only reason I'm going with this one right now is because I think overall, from front to back, this is like the most killer album. Like it's just
Mm-hmm.
every track is just it flows so well. Every track is just great. I mean, the weakest track is Two for the Price of One because it's kind of like a gimmicky track.
Mm-hmm.
Still love it.
Mm-hmm.
Every track on this album is just phenomenal. From The Visitors, like Head Over Heels is a great song.
Mm-hmm.
Soldiers, One of Us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Slipping Through My Fingers is not as heartbreaking to me as it is to you. I totally understand why it is, but and then it ends with the angelic like an angel passing through my room,
Mm-hmm.
like, and this is like their, I know it's not their actual last album, but this was like kind of
Mm-hmm.
was their last album for a long time.
Right.
We haven't listened to Voyage yet, but
Right.
I know a lot of people consider like this kind of like their swan song. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how in the midst of like all that's going on, how did they make such a perfect album?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm really excited, Mark, to hear Voyage because I've actually heard really good things about it
Yeah.
from the fans. I watched a little documentary on it. Not a documentary, but an interview with Benny and Bjorn about the making of it.
Hmm.
And it got me, pretty excited to hear that record. But I suggest, Mark, that we do that album last. That's my suggestion. We do the whole all eight, and then we do that one last because that was the last one that came out. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, Mark. What I love about what you just said is I remember your review of The Visitors, and from when we first did it, and something like an angel passing through my room. You didn't say that. I don't think you said the same thing you just said here about it back then. So it tells me that maybe it grew on you.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
since we did that, I probably listened to this album like five more times.
Okay. There you go. Yeah.
And like, for me at least, I think other people are probably like this too. It doesn't really, a lot of times albums, especially like caliber albums like this, like don't really hit you the first when you listen to them.
Yeah.
I mean,
For
I
sure.
did listen to this like four times in preparation, but that's
Right.
still not enough.
And a lot of times when we listen to it multiple times, it's in one short time span, and you don't have time to live with it for a while,
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to do this episode because I was like, we've been living with this music for a few months now. Our opinions different, and they are a little bit different, I would say, some things. So for me, ABBA the album, there were songs on that I was like, oh, that's a cool song. But now I'm like, oh, this song's awesome. So anyway, some of those songs really grew on me over the time.
Yeah,
So,
like, and that album is
yeah.
my fourth right now, and it has like one of my favorite songs on it. So
There
it's
you
like that
go.
just
Yeah.
tells you the caliber of like musicianship that they had.
Oh yeah. I mean, incredible. And I guess we'll wrap it up here, Mark. I'll just say this. I was having a conversation with my wife about this last night, and there's so much I like ABBA. I'm sitting here hanging on my wife talking about ABBA. And we were talking about, we sat down and listened to we actually listened to a couple songs from other records that we haven't reviewed yet. She wanted to hear Dancing Queen and,
What's that on Arrival, right?
yeah, and Mamma Mia, which is on ABBA. And because she had heard those songs before. She's like, I want to hear them on the vinyl and everything. I'm like, okay, it's a good choice, man. It was like mind blowing. Those I have like literally the best impressions you can get. I found them like online from Discogs of those records. So anyway, long story short, Mark, I want to talk about vinyl. What we were talking about was what I'm going to call paper plate music versus real music, and so much music now that's popular. And this is what I was talking about with her. I said, this music was popular in the average person, meaning like anybody, you didn't have to be a musician to love this music. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to understand the intricacies of songwriting and everything to really appreciate it. Like a lot of music now that is considered great by people that are into music, it might be very intricate. It might be like people like the things on the radio, people kind of tend to dismiss a lot of that stuff because it's seen as like, what I'm going to call paper plate music, right? You just use it and throw it away. It has no inherent value after you've listened to it one or a few times. But this music and these records, you know, we have people in our community on our Discord and YouTube who have been living with these records since they were kids or teenagers or whatever, right? And they still want to talk about it to us, right? And I'm like, I can't imagine that happening 50 years from now. And maybe I am, you know, I'm not trying to be mean, but I can't imagine that happening from a Sabrina Carpenter record. You know what I mean? I can't. I literally can't, right? It's just not the same thing. And this, just as popular as Sabrina Carpenter is now, ABBA was the same, or if not more popular back then, right? I don't know exactly. But my point is, Mark, you can make popular music that appeals to the masses that will literally live with people for the rest of their lives. It is possible. We just got to try, you know. Not me, but I'm saying somebody's got to try. Anyway, and it's still happening.
Yeah.
There are artists doing it. It's just few and far between compared to what it used to be, I think. But
I just think today too with pop, like the standards are too high. Back in like the 70s and the 80s, like you could experiment a lot more. Nowadays with like cookie cutter like pop acts, it's just like it's more about getting the album out than really taking your time with it, you know. Which is really a shame because I mean, ABBA released an album every 2 or 3 years or so, or 2 years.
I swear to God, Mark, it was like once a year. I looked at the dates on these things; they're like almost every year.
All right, well that's an anomaly.
They're just nuts. Like they're just going crazy writing these records.
Yeah, I can't say that for Sabrina Carpenter because I've never listened to anything by her. But there are some good pop stuff like still around these days, but not like epic pop stuff like this. Like this is like the equivalent of like listening to like The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway by Genesis, but it's like a pop band, you know?
Right,
it's like,
right.
It's like actually epic.
Sure.
It's a spectacle. I've used that word before when talking about ABBA. They're like a spectacle.
And spectacle, Mark, and my last word, you have the songwriting ability from Benny and Bjorn, right? And then the vocal ability of the ladies. It's just, you know, it's just unmatched as far as in a popular music. You just don't hear it really, you know? Like you hear rock bands or prog bands like Rush, right? Where you have a trio and each one of them is super strong, right? And things like that, you know? And you do hear that, but in like music that's like mainstream popular music like this, it's just, it's an anomaly, and it's cool that we get to experience it on the channel. So, all right, Mark, well, thanks for doing this episode. It was fun, just revisiting the ABBA albums we listened to so far. I actually haven't really talked to you about them, like in this manner, so first time in a while. So, if you're still watching this, you're probably, and I know if you're still watching this video in particular, you are a very cool person. So we are looking for cool people like you to join our Discord. We have a free Discord. It is a music club, a music community, and it's all free. And if you're like Troy, I don't even know what Discord is, that's totally fine. You click the link in the pinned comment, and it'll take you right there. Just put in your email or whatever it is for the sign up, and boom, you're in there. And we have a dedicated ABBA channel, and we have many, many other channels where you can talk about music, anything you want, right? So check that out. If you liked this episode, give us a like, leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're not subscribed, consider giving us a subscription. It would help out. All right. Well, until next time, Mark.
See ya.
See you later.